Hey, welcome to Lead. Today I'm talking about culture. Culture. We all know what that is. I'm not talking about art or music, that's great, but I'm talking about culture being defined as the customs of the art of a particular group of people, maybe a nation, maybe an ethnicity, culture. Sam Chand, great leadership speaker, teacher, talks about culture this way, that culture, not vision, not strategy, right? Culture, not vision, not strategy. We hear a lot of that talk, not even mission statements. Culture is the most powerful factor in any organization. And I think when we're in ministry in a church, it's important to understand the very power of culture that when we come into a place, to Elevation Church, such as Elevation Church, or any given church, we know that within that group of people, there is a certain culture that is exhibited, that's displayed. That culture comes through in the way that things are done, maybe the kind of music, the verbiage, what's said, the terminology comes through in what the norms are. When I do steps here at Elevation, our introduction to Elevation and the way that we assimilate people into life at Elevation, into ministry at Elevation, into serving and engagement, we talk about, hey, everybody's got a normal. We've come from somewhere, whether it's a church background or no church background or whatever our background has been. We all have a normal, certain expectation the way things ought to be. And our steps is an introduction to the new normal. And that we're saying this is the culture of the house. And I love it what it says in Mark chapter 6 in Mark's gospel. I just want to read a little bit for you today. Jesus is coming to his own country, and it says, when the Sabbath day had come, that he began to teach in the synagogue, and many hearing him were astonished. And here's what they said. They said, from where has this man, how has he gotten these things? And what wisdom is this which is given to him, that even so many mighty works are happening by his hands? Is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary, the brother of James and Joseph and of Judah and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us? And they were offended at him. I think it's strange language there, something you can read later. And it goes on to say, but Jesus said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, but in his own country and among his own kin, or his own family and his own house. Verse 5 of Mark chapter 6. And he could there do no mighty works. So he didn't do any mighty works there. He laid hands on a few people and a few sick folk, and he healed them. And it says in verse 6, and he marveled because of their unbelief, and he went round about the villages teaching. Now, I think that's a strange, it's this kind of a paradox that here's Jesus, we sing about him, Waymaker, right? The one who speaks peace, the one who works beyond what any power that we might have, beyond natural ability, supernaturally works. We sing about him. We read about him in the Gospels. And then here in his own hometown, there's a certain limitation, if you will, on what he's doing. And certainly their lack of faith. But he gives a glimpse into something even bigger than this, that there was no honor for him. They knew Jesus. They watched him grow up. They knew he was a carpenter. They knew he could build things. They knew him as a man. And for that reason, they didn't look at him with esteem or honor. They looked at him with dishonor. And there was a culture, not of honor, but of dishonor. And I think about culture, understanding that culture is so powerful that you can exist in a culture of dishonor and not see things happen, because what we really want to see is a culture of honor, right? That's what's going to make a difference. And so I think when you talk about teams and in ministry, it's so important that we embrace a culture of honor. I love what John Bevere says in his book, Honor's Reward. He says this, that honor flows in all directions. And I'm paraphrasing what he says, but in all directions. So it's not just from here up. It should be there. We understand that. But it also should be at a peripheral level, on a peer level, that we honor those that are serving alongside of us. So if you're serving on a team, make sure you're honoring the people that are around you. In a culture of honor, there's the expectancy and anticipation that incredible things are going to happen. Supernatural things are going to happen in a culture of honor. And not only is it from, for lack of a better way to explain it, articulate it, from the bottom up, but it's also at a peer level and top down, if you will, right? Leaders need to honor those that they are serving, and they need to embrace it. Servant leadership is honoring those of whom you serve. And so culture is so important. It makes or breaks an organization. And a culture of honor, I'm telling you, it makes a difference. And so I just ask you to do this, kind of review where you're at, whatever ministry you're serving in, the leader, the team you're serving with, or if you're a leader, the team that you're leading, the people that are serving at Elevation Church in general. Are we embracing a culture of honor? I challenge you, look at your life. I preached Sunday about self-awareness. Look around at yourself, look at the situations around you, and is there honor present? And then how can you start serving with a greater level of honor? Honoring those that you are serving for, honor those that you are leading, and honoring those that are leading with you on the team, that are serving with you on the team. It will make the difference. I believe this, that a culture of honor opens up heaven and allows incredible things to happen, and we can see a difference made, right? You can be a difference maker when you honor. Start that practice today. Honor those in your life.